This is Anti.
Hey everyone, this is Anti here. It's 4 o'clock and I'm here doing a live Facebook shows about the 7 steps for you to prioritize your goals or your vision. Welcome, welcome to the second video that I conducting weekly every Friday at 4 o'clock Pacific time. And the main purpose for me to doing this live show is to be able to reach many more people because I'm sure that many of you out there is at one moment in time where you need someone to help you to pretty much have something to uh, relate to what you're going through. And we all been there to the good or the bad time, so there's some struggles and or some roadblocks along the way. So hopefully I'm sharing you my many years of experience that I've been going through the up and down of life. And even in business, I'm running my own business. I do real estate full time, and I'm coaching other people on how to um, work on their personal growth as well as how to maximize their business. Some of them they reach a certain level and they stuck, and I've been there too. And that's why we all need to have a coach or to have some mentor along the way and to help us to grow, to take us to the next level. And that's what this live show is about. I'm bringing all of people. Hopefully, I can meet all the people from every walk of life. And I'm sharing some of the topic weekly, either about fitness or some wellness or how to build wealth or how to save or how to invest into real estate, how to invest into some of the other commodities so that it can help you to maximize your return on your investment. So those are some of the topics that I'll be discussing. And as I grow, and some of you write some of the questions that you want me to explain or talk about, more than welcome to do so. So the topic for today is I'll be discussing about the seven steps on how to prioritize your goals. Let's go over it quickly. Step number one, you need to not just talk about it. Whatever your goal, your dream, okay, you need to break it down. You need to ink it into your schedule. What do I mean by that? Is oftentimes we talk about the big game, right? We all want to dream big. But if we don't write down exactly and have a crystal clear of what we really want, right? So for example, if you have a 1 year goal and you want to accomplish such X amount of money, but it's not gonna take it overnight. So what you need to do is you have to prioritize what are the things that you need to do for that year in order for you to take you to accomplish that goal. So that's number one. And number two, you need to make the time, the commitment to execute your vision or your goal. And you need to focus on the action steps to get you where you want to go. And then oftentimes when you go through the process, there will be what we call some noises, some naysayers. And you need to be able to eliminate the noise in your life and keep on grinding, keep on focusing on your target, your goal to get you a step closer to your vision or your goal, your big goal. And number three, don't waste time on anything that takes you away from your vision. In other words, don't lose sight from what you wanted to do, your ultimate goal. Like for example, I give you an example. Let's just say you want to lose weight. Okay, but if you instead of go to the gym, that's if you set that's a priority daily or every other day, and at least spend half an hour per day. But if that's a decision that you put it in your calendar, you make time for it, stay focused and keep going at it. Instead, you lose your focus. We do, right? Oftentimes it's like, oh, today I don't feel like it. So you lose track of what your main goal, which is to lose that 5 or 10 pounds. But if you don't do today to get to the gym, to do the thing, the hard work that you need to do today, and if you slack off today, right, it will push you back. That's what I meant. Like everything else in your business too. If you don't make that one extra prospecting call in that sales business or marketing, if you don't reach out to do the thing that you must do, you will not accomplish the result you want tomorrow. So that's what I meant. And number 4, you have to be able to accept change, because you have to really embrace change and be flexible with some of this change that happen throughout the course or the journey that you are going through to get to your goal. Okay, so if you resist it, there's times like things doesn't turn out to be the way you want, or certain thing got delayed, let's say a couple weeks later, or that transaction doesn't close on time, right? Or whatever you're trying to accomplish, you don't get the result on that particular time, or because some external force that stopped you from getting there. But that doesn't mean it's the end of the world. You just have to embrace it and say, you know what? It's okay. You will continue to do whatever you must do today so that you can get to tomorrow. Keep on going at it, okay? But embrace the change. And number 5, what time? You have to set the time. Are you committed to your goal per day or per week? You have to break it down into day, week, or even month. That's what I do. I have my 1-year goal, and I have my quarterly goal, and I break down to monthly, weekly, and daily, right? And oftentimes, if that's the thing, people try to chase after the end of the let's just say you want to make $100,000 in 2020, right? But you need to write down what the action step that you need to do on a weekly basis, monthly basis, quarterly basis, and then a daily basis, so that you can get there, right? You don't just jump in and just like, oh, I need to make 100 grand in a year. That looks so far off, and then you get discouraged. So that's what I meant. It's like, and be consistent too. What time are you going to commit to do the hard work? Like for example, in order for you to, let's say your goal is X amount of money, in order for you to achieve it, every day, day in and out, how many hours you need to commit to do what you need to do to achieve X amount of income, right? And who you need to connect with, right? What are the things that you need to do? So you need to write all that down, okay? And be very clear on some of the action steps to take you there. And number 6, what are you going to take the step doing so that you have more time to work toward your vision? So that's going to come down to the detail, the nuts and bolts of it. So for example, if you want to earn X amount of money, like I mentioned earlier, and you write down what you need to do on the daily, weekly, or monthly basis. But what are the little steps? Like for example, if let's just say you want to, like for example, let me take it back. Like I'm giving you an example, a real life scenario, okay? Like now I have the last remaining quarter. Okay, I want to accomplish X amount of money, right? So I have to take a step back and say, okay, what are the things that I must change? Remember I told you earlier, you've got to be adaptable to change? Because sometimes in the beginning of a year, you plan all of that steps, But towards the last quarter of the year, what if the market change? The market shift. I mean, like the stock market, for example, or the trade war, certain things that you cannot control. The government, the economy, right? So those are the things that might happen along the way. But that's why I meant when you have to take a step back and reevaluate from a 5,000 feet, and you got to look down and say, hey, what are the steps that I need to do so that I can take more of my time so I can focus to get me closer to my goal. So let's say if the house, like I'm in real estate, for example, if housing market, all of a sudden the market shift, right? All of a sudden people got scared because of uncertainty in the market, and all of a sudden they're not going to be as motivated to buy something right away. The decision process takes a little bit longer. But should you not plan ahead of time and expect that client to get into escrow, or the seller expect to have the house sold within a week, 2 weeks, or even a month? Most escrow nowadays is normal to have a 28 days average in the Silicon Valley to have a house on the market, to get into contract. So if you're not planning for that or adaptable to that change, you may give up altogether because you think it's hard, or you think it's like it's things not going to according to plan, you give up. So that's what I meant about like step number 6 is that what are some of the steps that you have to do so that you have to spend more time to sharpen that skills, to adapt to that change, so that to take you towards your goal. Okay, and the last step, step number 7, how do you know that you are not off track? In other words, who holds you accountable? Do you have an accountability partner? Do you have a coach that holds you accountable for whatever you promise that you want to accomplish, for whatever you promise yourself to do it for your family, or whatever the reason, whatever the ultimate goal that you try to accomplish? Who holds you accountable? How do you know you're off? How are you going to go back on track? So that will lead me to the final statement, is that most people in life, we don't plan to fail, right? We don't plan to do that. But a lot of us